What's going on, Fire Nation? It's your boy Rico, along my little big cousin G Baby, and our boy Raul, the Zookeeper, and we are the Friendly Fire Podcast, the hottest podcast on either side of the Mississippi. Episode 64, baby.
64 things.
We got G Baby live from his protecting and serving station. We got Zoo live from his nap. So we thank y'all for tuning in and joining with us and staying with us the whole time. How y'all doing today, fellas? Wellness check.
Good. Potty, getting some OT.
Oh, hello, OT.
With the fresh cut. With the fresh cut, too.
Cut is coming in. It's coming in.
Zoo, talk to me. How you feeling, big dog?
Good. I'm good. It's Mexican Independence Day, so I'm feeling extra Mexican today.
Viva la Raza and all of that good stuff, man. Let's just touch on that from the jump, okay? I have a lot of questions. I've been
my boy Rico feeling a little MAGA-ish today.
Nah, he can't.
I cannot. I am outnumbered. I've been around Chicago my entire life, so I've seen many Mexican Independence Days celebrated in the Chicagoland area. But one thing I have yet to truly understand, and even the Mexicans that I asked, they don't really know the answer. What is it with the just sticking the flag in the car and just driving? No end goal. We just vibes. We just going somewhere.
You asking the wrong thing. They having fireworks on Michigan Ave, bro. Like in the middle of the damn street.
Like the fireworks are exploding into the building and shit.
Like what are we?
They delayed the trains, everything, because they shooting fireworks up into the train trash.
We got police officers parked outside of Sam's Clubs and Targets, so there's not too many Spanish speakers gathering to do donuts in the parking lot. Like what? Like I that's the only thing I know. I'm all for being supporting it and loving your culture. I just don't get the driving. We just gonna go somewhere and we gonna honk the whole way. If anytime you hear a horn, you think something going down. It's just people it's doing call and answer. Everybody just you Mexican.
Look at my flag.
Yeah, I'm Mexican. Yeah, I'm Mexican too. Can you speak on the like where's the end goal? What is at the end of this road that y'all just take off on?
So like you said, there really isn't any. It's like our call, letting Mexicans know other Mexicans are in the vicinity, and it's just basically being as loud as humanly possible.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, hey man,
that's basically it.
That's the car is basically their grito for the day. That's them.
Facts.
Pretty much.
Like
I walked outside and got a couple UGDs. I was
no, thank you.
Right back.
No.
No, I work here.
Yeah, bro, I was in I was in a large Latino community, and so like they were all throughout the parking lot. And I was talking with my suite mate, Hispanic guy. He was like, "Yeah, man. Basically, I'm just gonna get off of work. I'm gonna go home, rest. I'm just gonna try to just sit in the back of one of my homies' car and just drink as we drive." And I'm asking him like, where are y'all going? I don't know. We just drive.
Wherever the wind takes us.
Wherever the wind takes us, wherever 290 allows us to exit off of at this point.
Oh, it's Lakeshore, Jack.
Oh, bro. Oh, I couldn't. I know them white folks is pissed. There's no way There's no way I could live downtown at this time of year. Ain't no way.
I was scrolling through Fox News Facebook comments, and let's just say some savory words were said.
Well, it's Fox News,
It's Fox, yeah. You can only expect so much sympathy and so much love for the color.
For a color.
For a color. But yeah, man, happy Mexican Independence Day.
Month, right?
No, it's
Hispanic Heritage.
Hispanic Heritage Month.
Yeah,
Mexican Independence Day is the 16th or 17th?
Yeah, the 16th today.
Well, yeah, we shot this at 12 o'clock in the morning. So that's Day. Yeah, and all of that good stuff. We should shout out to all of our Latino supporters and 1/3 of G Baby's lifeline.
50%.
But let's get into it. We had to miss out on last week because they put up the back signal for G Baby, so he had to go in and do.
City never sleeps.
The city never sleeps. He had to go in and do some extra time. So, in regards to what we missed, obviously for those who don't know for whatever reason, Queen Elizabeth is dead. She died, and Black Twitter, Irish Twitter, Arab Twitter, any Twitter that was a color, basically, was like,
I didn't even know Irish had
she had.
Twitter.
I didn't know that either. I did not know. I was not aware that they were well versed in the trolling ways. And lo and behold, not only did they have a group of 5 boy band dance outside of Buckingham Palace, they were at a soccer field basically singing "The Queen is Dead." I didn't even know they had beefs with the British like that. That was completely new to me. I didn't know at all. So that's one of
them Israel Jordan beefs. Like, we don't really know why it started, but they still fighting.
They still fighting. It's like, oh, okay, y'all feel like this for real. This
like, we supposed to be mad at them because that's how it is. Like, no valid reason.
No reason.
Well, I don't want to say. Oh, well, I might be wrong on this, but weren't like Irish people slaves over there?
The indentured servants, yeah.
Oh, indentured servants, yeah.
To the Brit, honestly, I don't know much about Irish like history. Honestly,
why would you?
Still learning much about it. So like to find out that they had such like deep hatred for the Queen, I was like, oh, all right,
like some Game of Thrones type stuff.
No, like legit. It was like they had a parade all through the streets. Like, goodness, this made me feel like Osama had died again. Like
all
this
was King Bond getting played and stuff.
Bro,
what y'all know about this? Like, I don't know about
they
this.
had 50 Cent, many men.
Like,
many man. Over some
drunk
bagpipes.
as hell. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. Queen died. They drunk in a
morning. Tea, bro. All of them took off for work. My homeboy, his job has a sister company, or they like merged with somebody who has a Britain location. Those people got like 2 weeks off. Like it's
so it's a holiday for them.
It's a holiday. So yeah, it's a lot. Black Twitter was basically big. I mean, obviously, slavery and all of that. Brits were the first people to really like start all of that craziness. And then they were like, well, how y'all did Meg and Meghan Markle and all of that craziness. So it was like Black Twitter was like, okay, I saw that coming. But when I seen Irish and Indian Twitter made sense too. But when I really seen Irish Twitter, caught me off guard. That was a left hook I didn't see coming.
Yeah,
so,
we doing it for Christmas addicts. That's why. He's the first Black man to die for no reason.
Yeah. But like, not gonna lie, like I thought, because I get the whole hating on the monarchy thing, because obviously they basically ruled the world for a long time, I guess.
A long time. Until they basically gave up their power. They was like, all right, all of this ruling stuff is not, but we're gonna keep the title though.
Yeah, we're gonna keep the money.
In the ocean. They knew what it was.
Yeah, we don't keep this money coming. But I did feel kind of bad because like I feel like, I honestly don't know. So maybe she also did some messed up things. But as far as I know, like at least Queen Elizabeth didn't do anything bad, because when she started, if I remember correctly, the English already had like Winston Churchill ruling. Well, not ruling, but I guess he was their prime minister already. So it's not like she actually did Queen things. She was just there. It's kind of like right now how like who's taking place? Prince Charles. I guess he's King Charles now. He's taking place. He technically, or like when he passes, like Williams is gonna take over. He's gonna be the king, and it's not like Williams didn't do anything bad.
But it's the sins of the father type thing.
Yeah, and it's like you continuously benefit. It's one of them like you benefited from all the BS that your ancestors did, and when you had a chance to make it right, you decided to continue to benefit. You taking pictures and diamonds that were stolen from Africa and all of that type of stuff. And,
they buried her in that stuff too.
So
well, I see all that. Yeah, the only thing is, like I said, I kind of felt bad. Well, I did see that because today, well, I guess he's King Charles now. Like I said, he was doing his the walk. Well, today was the funeral, and some like there's always protesters, and one dude was like, "Why is I can't pay for my heat bill, yet our government paid for like our taxes paid for this funeral or whatever."
$9 million.
But I saw
funeral.
I guess like the monarchy brings a lot of tourism because a lot of people want to go to Buckingham Palace, and apparently they bring like 300 million of like the number might be off, but they bring like 300 million a year just in tourism alone to see Buckingham Palace, and like
it's not surprising.
So I mean, if they're bringing in that much money, then I guess you could get a little parade.
I mean,
or a funeral, and like I said,
that's the least we can get y'all, I guess.
Yeah, And like I said, from what I said, I've seen maybe she did, and I could be wrong. And if someone knows, well, I'm pretty sure 90% of people hearing this probably know more than me on this.
Mm-hmm.
But like the queen herself didn't do anything bad. She was just chilling with her dogs the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, my family was sad because we were all thinking about the dogs. We're like, she has like 7 of them, I think, or some ridiculous amount.
Who's gonna take care of them?
And we were sad.
Man,
then
I
Meghan
mean, it's still
Markle-
sad because somebody
Meghan Markle
died.
pulled up
but
with
I
the
get what
shade. You saw
Hey,
that?
she pulled up just like Princess Diana.
Princess Diana. But then even then I saw that.
Goats.
And at least, like I said, I saw that. And it's like apparently, at least from what I've been reading, like today was the funeral, so I've been seeing a lot of it, especially on TikTok. Like Queen Elizabeth liked Princess Diana. She's like,
see,
she's not,
that one I don't know, because
no,
they left for a reason.
No, so Princess Diana only left because her son was cheating on her, and Queen Elizabeth was the one who told Princess Diana to leave him because she deserved better. Because in the monarchy, you can't just divorce someone without the blessing of like the higher ups. And basically, I guess Princess Diana told Queen Elizabeth, like, yo, your son is like cheating on me basically this whole time. Like, can I divorce him? And she was like, yeah. And she still allowed Princess Diana to be the princess even after being divorced. So at least from what, like I said, I've been reading, like, I don't know, like, this is all, like when something big happens, everything, all the information floods you at once.
Everybody got an article.
So yeah, at least from what I've been seeing, like I said, Princess Diana didn't, like the trash one was her Prince Charles. Well, I guess the one that's gonna be king now. But it's not really with the queen. The queen apparently was like a really, really nice person. Like her, like even with Meghan Markle thing, apparently the queen was the one who allowed it, because like I said, you can't just leave your ranks. You can't just be like, yeah, I don't want to be a part of this anymore. You have to get permission, or else they call you like a traitor, and like they banish you from England or whatever. And apparently the queen was the one who told Prince Harry, well, he's not even a prince anymore, but the one who told him, like, hey, if you want to be in love with your wife, you're free to go. Like, we'll relieve you of your duties. That's why today in the funeral, Harry was in he was the only one out of uniform. He was just wearing a suit because he was allowed to leave I guess the monarchy or whatever they're called it over there. So apparently she was nice, at least from what I've been reading. Like I said, she's dead, so a lot of people are obviously going to push more nice propaganda probably. And like all the bad stuff I've seen on Twitter, it's just memes. It's not really saying anything bad she's done. It's just people posting memes for no reason. It's not like, oh, she was bad because of this reason. It was like, nah, in 1500s, y'all killed a bunch of us. And it's like, all right, but she didn't really do anything about that.
She ain't got no effect.
So it's like being mad at like Kim Kardashian's kids. It's like they were just born. They didn't really choose who their parents were.
You can't.
Yeah.
It's the sins of the father thing, and it's like, of course, Twitter's gonna make its jokes. Like, it's Twitter, but I mean, you can't. I mean, I didn't really have much skin in the game because I didn't really pay too much attention to England.
The memes was crazy though.
No, they was wild on that.
It was.
Oh, but you spoke about Kim Kardashian, and actually, I'm gonna throw a quick little curveball. Ray J has come back out and like, hey, y'all been letting them throw dirt over my name for the past 15 years over this whole sex tape thing, and I'm tired of it.
Yeah.
Here's the truth. He went on Instagram Live with contracts and reading glasses because he can't really see. Basically,
was it them indestructible ones?
I don't know. But basically, yeah, he probably went and got the new prototype of those.
2.0.
But he basically went out and was like, yeah, Chris orchestrated all of this. When the first one leaked, she went and made us go shoot a third one. She went over which one was the best and pushed that one out. We got 3 that went out. This is my name on the contract. This is Kim's name on the contract. Because essentially what happened was when the whole Roblox thing happened, they were somebody walking past your car.
Yeah.
when the whole Roblox thing happened, basically it was marketed as, why is Ray J pushing this? It's been such and such years, all of that. And then Kanye went to Ray J to get the last tape and all of that type of stuff. He was like, no, y'all not gonna keep throwing my name in the dirt like I'm out here trying to benefit off of your name. You got all of this because of me.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
I
here.
was the superstar for
But,
her. I was
Like,
the
come on.
superstar.
I don't know. I feel like at this point, it's like one of those like it's a little too late.
He should have
like,
said something when the Roblox thing first dropped, I think.
Yeah.
It's like
And
it's
it's like
cloudy now.
we get it because like I feel like at this point Ray J brings this up every other year. I
That's
wouldn't say every year, but I'd say every 2 to 3 years he like tries to remind us. It's like yeah, we know, but like how many women out there have sex tapes and they didn't blow up like Kim K did? You know, she still had to put in some work or like some at least like media and like build her brand. It wasn't just like, oh, because like if we're being honest, I don't know about you guys, but I've seen said tape, and it wasn't like she was doing
Basura.
you know,
I ain't gonna lie to you.
yeah,
I'm married
it's not
now.
like
I
she
can
was
tell the truth.
Right.
Basura. Like,
I mean, it
she
was
wasn't doing
alright.
anything crazy. So it's like she had to build up her brand somehow. Like obviously that helped her immensely because like she was Paris Hilton's like sidekick, I guess, at that point.
And then
But
Mama was the marketing genius. So
yeah, so it's like, and if anything, yeah, Kris Jenner, like she was the plot in all this. She was the Jerry Jones.
she was really that whole like she was Phil Jackson for real. She orchestrated that whole thing.
Like,
But she's so far removed from that sex tape, though. So it's like, why even keep bringing it up?
Yeah, it's honestly not the first thing that comes to my mind now when I have to think of the Kardashians for whatever reason. So it's like unless something recent happened that made Ray J have to bring it up, if it is just him, you know what? 8 months later, I'm upset about this. Then it's like, all right, bro, it's time to let it go.
Ray J, so take it.
It don't take much. It don't take much, but it is interesting the fact that to find out like how much of an input her mama had on that, like that's a little much to me personally.
But looking back, a lot of things, hindsight.
Yeah, facts. So yeah, but speaking of stay in the family, Mr. Kanye West is beefing with his recent collaborator, The Gap. After all of this, after he was stealing from the till when he used to work there, to now letting everybody know y'all don't have more money than me. To be
about like 3 weeks.
Yeah, it didn't take much. Zoo, you want to speak on like how all of this came to be? Why is there trouble in paradise?
So it actually started with Adidas, and it's funny because we remember a couple weeks ago, I think we even talked about it. He was going on Adidas about he was ranting against that guy, and it was mainly because they were stealing his ideas
to make secondary stuff.
Just making them cheaper options, I guess. So it was taken away from his bread, I guess. And I remember when he was going on that Adidas rant, he put in a couple of the captions and some of the posts like Gap, you're next. And then like at one point he even put like Gap in 10 days, it's your turn or whatever. He like marked the time frame. And he stuck to his word. It was basically, I guess they had started taking a couple of his ideas too. But as well as that, they weren't letting him in. What he wants to do is be in the board meetings. Well, I guess he wanted part ownership, I guess, of the Gap now, or at least to see it at the board. And it's like, I mean, I guess that's reasonable. Some people are like, who are you? But it's like, who was wearing Gap before? Who was talking about Gap before this collab? Like, I stopped wearing Gap in the 3rd grade or 4th grade.
Yeah, once the commercials and Nickelodeon, that was about the only ones promoting that shit.
Yeah, so it's like,
if they wasn't dancing on the commercials, you wasn't even thinking about the Gap.
Right. There wasn't no Gap near me. I ain't never really been there.
No.
Yeah. Because like the one in North Riverside, they closed that Gap down. I think that one's closed now. So it's like
it might be, but I don't shop at the Gap. So I honestly I think I went in there with B like maybe twice. And she was like just looking for a shirt. And I don't even think she found nothing. So it's kind of like you said, they not at the forefront of your mind, except for the fact that Kanye's been working with them. So this is one of those things if you looking at because I'm sure he has a great marketing team, and also Kanye knows his brand, where it's like, all right, if I'm the only reason people are mentioning your name as of the last 2 to 3 years, I would understand him saying, hey, I need a seat at the table.
Yeah.
And I guess unless he was trying to just flat out like overhaul everything and be like, yeah, I want this changed it. And it's like, oh, this is our back to school deal. This ain't got nothing to do with you. Like that's one thing, but it's like he does, I think, have a stake in the game.
Yeah,
it's like, hey, look where we at.
Yeah,
hello?
I mean, people were pulling up that the Gap is worth $3 billion. and
he worth
Kanye's worth
6?
7 billion.
Yeah. Oh, so
So he's worth more than the whole company. And
He can
then
buy the
like
company.
the way he announced it, because I guess it already ended. He terminated it, and the way he did it, he went on one of these. I forgot what news station, but it was one of those. You know, in the
I
morning
think
they
it
always
was
put
Fox.
Fox.
It may have been Fox.
It's one of those, yeah, where they show the stock market in real time.
Mm-hmm.
And the second he announced that he was terminating the deal with the Gap, you could just see on the top like right corner the Gap
Gap is plummeted.
stock just plummeted, just did a complete nosedive. It was hilarious while he was doing that. And obviously that was planned out by him, like to show him like, all right, I'm gonna say one thing and end your whole
Yeah,
whole
and then
career.
nobody ever shop at Gap again.
Yeah. So right now, I guess he's trying to do is he's gonna open just a Yeezy store, because what he wants, at least from what I've been reading, the last couple of days, is he wants his clothes to be like lower than the hundreds. He wants them
He
to
wants
be
them
like
to be
regular.
available, right?
Yeah, he wants them to be like $30, $35, like hoodies or $60 or whatever.
That
He
would be
doesn't want
nice.
people paying for. Which is like, Mr. West, can I get my money back? Can I get a little
for guinea pig.
I definitely was the guinea pig. But yeah, so it was one of those things where he's just trying to make it more accessible. So he's been trying to plan, Young Thug is giving him his land, 2 Chainz giving him his land. Like a bunch of celebrities that were trying to work with him. Right now he's doing those Yeezy shades thing. Like everybody and their mama's in that commercial.
Yeah.
Chris Rock was there.
So when he announced he announced on CNBC, and yeah, they had it to the top right. They plummeted like 0.39%, like that quick.
Yeah.
Like as soon as she said it, it was just like it's one of those things. Yeah, that's a powerful person, and if you don't give him what he wants, especially in this case, I think he does have if that's what he wanted, I do believe he has a say in that. It's like, excuse me, hello, thank you, yes, you have all of this because of me as of late.
Yeah.
Don't start acting up now. I'm not asking for too much. So
yeah, like he got Gap to collaborate with Balenciaga, bro.
Like, bro, he made more for Gap this year than they have made in the last 10 years, bro. Yeah. Like, let's be for real.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's not, like you say, he's not asking for the world. He's asking for a seat. Like, he could just go and buy the damn company. Like, let's not, like, look at who we talking about here.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just like, I don't know. At that point, it's just like, yeah, y'all don't care about nothing I do. And it's just like, okay, I'm just another name. Like, I'm a big name, but y'all can't see no future with me. After I'm selling out $100 shirts, oversized shit.
He finna go to Macy's and check a bag. He gonna pull up Yorktown Macy's, gonna be nuts.
So he was having people shopping out of garbage bags.
Yeah.
Let alone putting that stuff on the rack. Come on, y'all missing an opportunity. Let's get a man a chair. That's all he wants is a chair.
Literally, we have seen him sell sweaters with holes in it. And it's like, y'all
Flying
don't
off the shelf.
I'm talking gone. People fighting, getting 3X's just to say that they got it.
Yeah.
No self-control.
And y'all won't let this man do nothing.
Yeah.
Y'all just want to take his ideas, take his name. Like, no, I'm rocking with him.
Yeah, that's fair. Zoo, you have the first unanimous yay is right. Savor it, because it may never happen again.
Episode 64.
I've been waiting my whole life for this.
Episode 64 is when it happens. It's a historic moment. We're gonna just
all my life I had to fight.
What comes next? We could take some heat off Zoo for a little bit. We could talk about the Little Mermaid.
Yes. So, not to any of our real surprise, because we knew it was going to happen, but Halle Bailey, who had been announced that she was going to be Little Mermaid for the past 2 years. I remember doing a video when it was first announced. That's how, and I have it like archived.
Right.
Yeah, you reshared it, right?
I reshared it. That video is 2 years old. Didn't even have a car. I was taking the green line to get to work. I remember this vividly. And so basically she was announced that she was going to be the Little Mermaid. They complained then. Then it was quiet because nobody, nothing happened, COVID and all of that type of stuff. We get the first 30-second trailer. We don't even see nothing. We hear her say, "I wish I could be." That's it.
4 words.
4 words. That's
Terrible.
what we see, and it has 1.5 dislikes on YouTube. And now some people, most people, I should say, who have something to say about it, a lot of them are saying woke culture is taking over. I've only seen a handful of quality arguments. I've seen that they don't like, that they're not a huge fan of the graphics, which I don't think they're even done fully developing it. I think it was just something to, get the excitement up. But
it's a trailer.
Yeah, it's a trailer. So
it wasn't even a trailer, it was a teaser trailer.
Yes.
So
it's even smaller. Like this whole was almost smaller than a vine. Like it's like so.
It was a post-credit scene. That's what they showed us.
Essentially. So to mass downvote, it's like, okay, she don't deserve this. Now, if people had like valid, I think this person would be better for it. Like, okay, that's one thing. But we're not even getting like proper substitutes. We're just getting, they're just trying to, this isn't even scientifically possible for there to be a black mermaid under the sea. You know what else isn't scientifically possible? Mermaid. A Jamaican sounding lobster. A mermaid in general.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it was a cartoon to begin with. Like, what are you talking about? It was a talking octopus woman in there.
Like, thank you. Like,
are you gonna be mad that she's Cuban? Like, what are we talking about?
Nobody even said. I may be wrong, but isn't Melissa McCartney playing Ursula?
That's what I saw too.
Nobody tripping over a white woman playing a purple woman. That's okay. Nobody claiming woke culture for that. My thing is this. It's like, bro, it's like, even if the argument was, we don't need another live action, they just jumped over that to there's no logical way that there could be a black mermaid under the sea. Yeah. No way. There's
and
no
apparently,
way.
From what I saw today, is like, because Ariel has a bunch of sisters.
Mm-hmm.
At least in the old movie or the old cartoons or whatever. From what I saw today, I don't know how true it is. Like everything's been coming out, and we only got a teaser trailer. But apparently, like Ariel's sisters are all different races. Like they have a redhead. They have like a white blonde girl. They have like a Latina chick. They have an Arab chick. So like all the sisters are mixed. Like and one of the captions was like, "Yo, Titan was really all in these 7 seas or whatever." But yeah, so there's still gonna be like representation for everyone. Like. Just like the main one just happened to be black. So
that's what gets me. And it was like people, they were saying, a recent thing that's been trending is, why they keep replacing gingers with black people. And it's like, first of all, let's not act like
it was a damn mermaid.
Yeah, it's a mermaid, first of all. And then 2, we're not gonna sit here and act like gingers can't also be black. First, so you subbed out the word white. They just so happen to also be ginger, so you can run with ginger. Nobody said anything when they had 2 dark-haired dudes playing the Flash, even though Wally West and Bart and all of them blondies. Wally West was the only redhead. Nobody said nothing about that. But we're gonna let Barry Allen, who's been blonde in all of these cartoons, all of these comic books, we'll let a brown hair person play him. Nobody complained. Nobody complained when they replaced Freddy and from Scooby-Doo in one of these live actions. It was a brown haired dude. Nobody complains. But yeah, you just replacing gingers. Nobody cares that you ginger, bro.
It's the Irish community, bro. It's their Twitter.
If she absolutely destroys this movie and it's just terrible, fine. But we've seen her say 4 things.
Yeah.
And y'all are judging what? The girl can probably act her ass off.
She can. That's what like we have history of her acting, and we know she can sing. So what are we complaining about?
They lucky Zendaya don't sing, because that was her written all over.
Absolutely. If Zendaya, if she like, when they were talking about how Disney kids always do that split, if she split more towards singing, she was definitely gonna be Little Mermaid. And then what was they gonna say?
They was gonna have
Zendaya had a bop.
She did. Replay is a bop.
She was gonna be down there with the jeans and chucks on, no mermaid tail or nothing.
Doing that
walking down, just walking through the 7 seas, depressed as hell.
She learned that dance on Shake It Up, and she did that for like 5 years straight.
Yeah, she did that one little pop chest thing, and it was over with. She never tried another move a day in her life.
Had the game on lock,
and we was eating it up.
Nobody do nothing. Ariana, who? Didn't do nothing.
So yeah, man, it's one of those things where it's just clear. Like I said, if I'm all for people having their own dream cast and having their own, I wish so and so, because even Zoo raised somebody who he thought could have also done it, if not better. Like he's entitled to his opinion. But to just sit there and you're being blatant with your reasoning, and then, oh well, scientifically, you don't care nothing about no science. First of all, because if that was the case, all mermaids would be blue or like super whatever, like morphed or disfigured due to the lack of sun. That's for. Oh, by the way, it's a mermaid, and there have yet to be any mermaids proven to be real, so we don't know what color they are.
You remember that show on Teen Nick or whatever? It was like it was some shit. It was like
H2O.
3 mermaids. Yeah,
They was all white.
Black, wasn't she?
I think you might be right. I think they were all white. I could be wrong, but
I thought
if you
it was
want
like a black one, a Hispanic, and a white.
if you want some white mermaids, they own H2O. Go watch H2O. Go watch. My thing is, you can always watch the original. You can always go back to you don't have to watch the remake. That's what gets me. It was the same thing it's the same thing we was talking about with Black Panther. They were saying, oh, well, with the way you're doing this trailer, people are gonna be forced to watch. You're not forced to do anything. You either gonna decide to watch it or you're not. And if you decide not to, more power to you. Don't sit here and try to blame the woke agenda to try to keep people from going to see it, because I'm gonna go see it. I ain't gonna lie. I'm definitely gonna go check it out. And my thing is, if it's bad, it's bad. Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Like I can accept it being bad, but the issue is, and the one thing I'm nervous about, because she's still young, if it's bad, it's automatically it was bad because of Holly. Because she was black. It ain't gonna be necessarily bad because whoever played Poseidon or whatever the father's name was, whoever,
or the writers
or the writers, or the fact that they didn't get a true Jamaican to voice the lot. No, Holly's fault.
Oh, they better get Jesus Nice to do Sebastian.
So that's the one thing I'm not looking forward to. If it isn't good, I'm gonna go watch it. I'm gonna go support, because I think it will be good, because I don't honestly know anybody personally. I'm not too into that many newer singers, female singers specifically, who could have done the role like I think she's gonna really do. So I'm wishing her all.
And it's Little Mermaid. It's a reboot. You can't really mess it up unless they change the plot for whatever reason.
Yeah.
But as long as you keep it true to itself, it's like it should be a good movie. Like I still haven't watched it. I've been planning on watching it. I still haven't watched it. The Pinocchio movie that they put on Disney Plus. I've been planning on watching that. I still haven't watched it. I heard it was good. But
real quick, shout out to Tom Hanks. He has been in like 7 movies within the last 2 years. Like he just just checking a bag. He's like, okay, I'm gonna do this movie with a robot. I'm gonna do this movie with somebody's parent. I'm gonna do Pinocchio. He's just been in every recent thing. Like he yelling at people not to touch his wife. He just busy.
They was talking about a Forrest Gump too.
Really?
Yeah, I don't see why you couldn't.
I don't see why you would do that. I feel like it ended the way it was supposed to end, and he did everything he was supposed to do in it. Some things don't need sequels. Some things are
a little old to be Forrest Gump now.
Like he ain't gonna be running no more. He's gonna be on that scooter.
I mean, yeah. And then it's like, damn, bro, you're like 60 doing the Forrest Gump. Like you're like, all
right, let's not do that.
Let's hang that up.
Oh man. All right, what else we got, Drew?
Get a little sad. Let's talk about rest in peace, PNB Rock.
Yes. So
tragedy over the
last week. Nobody's 100% sure what happened. A lot of people were blaming his girlfriend because she posted the location, but at the same time, apparently PNB Rock, this isn't the first time he's been caught up with in LA, and he actually did an interview where I don't think he ended up getting jumped, but his antennas was kind of up, and his girl wasn't fully aware of why he was feeling uneasy, and people was trying to get down on him. So it's one of those you know your status, and I'm not saying I don't know how he pulled up to the Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles, but if you pulling up some place with the hottest car on the block, most Roscoe's are in the hood or hood adjacent. You show up with a bunch of jewelry, and I probably wouldn't know PNB Rock right off the bat if I saw him, but if he's in LA a lot and you in LA a lot, you probably would be able to recognize him if you even semi follow his music. So
you from LA, you gonna know he's there.
Yeah. And so it's one of those people got to be more aware of their surroundings. You got to be more aware of who you are and kind of what you are status wise to not get put in those situations. It's unfortunate that his girl is taking the brunt of this, and now he's obviously not here to defend her, because both of them, I think it was a lot of bad. It was a mixture of both bad decisions. He wasn't completely aware of what, the situation. Obviously, she is sharing the location, but like people were saying in the comments, it could have easily been a worker there calling his homies, "Hey, you'll never guess who up in here," or whatever.
Right.
Somebody that was tracking them way when they left the mall or
It's
whatever.
A lot of variables.
It's a whole lot of variables, but all in all, it's just very sad. Only 30
You don't
years
sit down
old.
and eat. You don't sit down and eat at that status. If you don't do the publicity stuff, you come in there with the security. Oh, take a couple pics here, that, and other. We taking this shit to go.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. They was like, he not with security. He really out there, like he can just be out there. So it's like if it's and mind you, somebody like Nip, who was always out there because that was where he was from, ended up still getting hurt in front of it, still getting killed in his own area. He lived around
the corner.
So it's kind of like it's one of those things where if somebody who's from that life and of that life isn't safe in his own area, you definitely got to be on your P's and Q's at all points in time. And you can't be showing up looking like you just left the jewelry store or just left the lot. It's sad, man. Yeah. It's really sad. I hope more people are more cautious. You wearing life-changing
money around somebody's neck.
Yeah. I hope people are more cautious, for real.
Yeah. Especially, I mean, unless you're like a super OG, you can't just be like walking around in public. Like, I feel like if Denzel is there, no one's gonna. I hope not. Knock on wood. But I feel like majority of people wouldn't hurt him. Or like you said, you were saying yesterday, Danny Trejo, he could walk in Little Village right now, and no one's gonna do anything. Everyone's gonna love him because he's a staple. Yeah. It's like the OGs, nothing. George Lopez walks around. You said Dave Chappelle's walking around. You said, we've seen even like Kanye walk around with no security with his kids, and it's like, nah, that's Ye. Like we ain't touching Ye. Same thing with Jay-Z, and like there's those like certain status where you can walk without security and like be like, all right, no, they're like relatively safe, or at least as safe as you could get, because they're an OG or they're that respected. But when you're someone like a POV Rock, someone who's still coming up, where it's like, I really don't care for you, I don't listen to your music, you have no effect on my daily life, except right now that you have your chain. And that could change, like G Baby said, that could change my life forever.
It's like I'm gonna take that chain. So
and
then it's just like the status, and then it's knowing your surroundings, where you're at, and then you don't know his life. It could be a street beef, could be something that caught up with him. You never know. It's like, man, you sit down and have a meal and you post a picture. I mean, it ain't. Who knows whose fault it is? Maybe one of his security called in sick, set him up. Who knows?
Yeah.
But like to just put the blame, when they blame people for the deaths, it's just like, okay, it looks the way you posted the location. You're supposed to know better. Like you are supposed to know better. Like there's a lot of people with eyes on us in this Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles because you're probably richer than everybody in here. Like you're supposed to act accordingly. You don't want to be going there flaunting in people's faces and shit.
Nah. So R.I.P. Definitely a musical talent that had a lot of hits too. Hits. A lot of hits, and still young, only 30 years old. So there's no telling what he could have done. But for folks who may be listening and get to that point one day, just protect yourself. Keep your head on the swivel. And just be cognizant. Be cognizant of your surroundings for real, because it's to go out because of just a lack of awareness. It's probably the worst way, like because it's one of those like it's so much that could have been avoided. There's no way you could have prepared for that. And so it's like if and I obviously don't know or didn't know much about how he came up, but from his music and from what I've heard, I don't think he was like really like in that lifestyle. So it could have just been somebody saw a stain because everybody said it was a robbery going wrong. So if you just pulled up looking like wealth,
I mean, you know how that goes when people be like, yo, man, take it off. You try to talk to me No, I ain't asked for all that. I ain't just asked you to take it off. You didn't listen. Now I gotta teach you your lesson. You should just listen.
Yeah.
You know how niggas get.
Yeah, especially everybody tough with a gun for sure. But so yeah, RIP, prayers to his family. Just be cognizant of y'all surroundings. But from one sad event to one confusing one. So we talked months ago about I think his name is Robert Sarver, I think. He's the governor, like part owner or whatever of the Phoenix Suns and the Phoenix Mercury. And he was these niggas need a nigga. Call it just he mad at Draymond. Call it like I said, one of the greatest quotes that didn't come from a black person. So people, no, it's been an ongoing case, and not only was it that he had lines, they say he was a serial misogynist. There was a female employee that I guess he saw kind of like walking by, and he was like, "Hey, do I own you?" Like asking, like, "Do you work for me?" And it's like there's a way better way to ask that than to say,
a lot of ways you can ask that.
Do I own you? And then apparently he also used to show pictures of his wife in bikinis and talk about her head and her head game and all of that. It was weird. It was a very uncomfortable situation for a lot of workers. They reported it, and so mind you, y'all remember about 2016, 17. Donald Sterling gets in trouble. He gets a phone call tapped saying that I don't want my girlfriend hanging around these black people. That's all that, to my knowledge, to my recollection, that's all that was heard. That's all that was said.
Magic
Adam
Johnson
Silver,
specific.
Yeah, Magic Johnson.
Adam Silver bans him from the NBA, which essentially forces him to sell his team.
They're gonna do the same.
They didn't though.
They gonna make him this year.
They gave him, but see, that's the Suns making that choice instead of Adam Silver stepping in. He gave him a year suspension and was like, "Yeah, give us $10 million and take some racism classes, basically." And it's like, I feel like one don't outweigh the other. Like, I feel like if anything, this one is a lot tougher because not only was it racism, like told to black people directly, now he making women uncomfortable in
the women thing, and I don't want to sound like the misogynist, but the women thing wasn't that big of an issue back then.
I don't know how long ago the whatever.
I'm just saying the Donald Sterling thing. What was that, like 20? What was that? 13, 14, something like that.
Maybe, yeah.
But you see what I'm saying? Women's rights wasn't the most forefront thing.
But I'm saying it is now. Robert Sarver getting away with what he's getting away with. It's like he only get a year after all of that. Now I think one of the minority owners is like, no, he needs to resign. Like, bro, gotta go.
But then they look at Miles Bridges. It's like he didn't do that to no woman. He was a little sexist, but can we throw the house at him for that? I mean, we could throw the house at him for the racial stuff, but I mean, okay, he made a comment and it's he say, she say, who knows?
So it's because you think it's because there's no recording like there was with Donald Sterling?
Because it was evidence. And it's like, okay, you said it, but then it was still like, okay, they still snuck you and got it. So it's probably a lot of other stuff that went by the wayside, but niggas just got tired of you now. And it could be the same thing. It was like, well, how long pattern of behavior, you know what I'm saying? Like, this probably ain't the first time he done made a comment, but he probably made a comment to the wrong person. Or niggas just wasn't having it that day and just was like, nah, we gonna set the house on fire. So it's a tough decision. It's a tough one. And like I said, I stick up for the women, but like to make this case now, because then people are gonna, oh, but you didn't do it for such and such, and you didn't do it for such and such, and you build, and you build, now it goes further and you dig. So it's a tough choice. It's like
I feel like from a business perspective, this is one of those situations where you like set the tone for the future, which is why I thought, because they haven't made a decision. Yeah, I guess they're still letting the case going. But like we said with the whole Miles Bridges thing, I think that's one of the things where you kind of got to you got to like let it be known where you stand now. Yes, we can't control everything that we may have missed in the past, but now to infinity, we can set it in stone. So to let this slide, maybe it is due to, like you said, lack of physical evidence. So it's just, 5 people heard you say it, but these 5 people could just hate Sarver. So it could just be, like you said, he said, she said. So I don't know. It's a weird situation. Zoo, what you think about it?
Nah, I think they should just ban him. I mean, you could just nip it in the bud.
Yeah,
I agree, but you look at the money too. So he owns a WNBA team. Who gonna buy that?
Oh yeah, make it a package deal.
And they wanna WNBA
buy the shoes.
with you.
You get the shoe cleaner with it.
But like I said, who's gonna buy that team? You want to save the WNBA, but who's gonna run and buy that?
I mean, their star Brittany Griner is not there, so
you see what I'm saying? Like the house is falling apart.
That's crazy.
They got Skylar Diggins, so
yeah. All right, we're gonna get up.
I got
no, it's the Aces and the Suns. I think the Connecticut Suns, maybe.
Connecticut.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's Connecticut. Yeah, I think
Connecticut don't know how to ball. They ain't trying to play no ball.
If it's not UConn,
no, they UConn women's team.
Yeah,
they the best college teams ever since Duke.
Gino be like, we're gonna win.
I got a question of the day at the end.
Okay, let's go.
What the hell were we gonna do if Rory and Maul chose us to do the live pod?
I don't know.
We're just gonna wing something.
Yeah. So basically, for those who don't know, I don't follow Rory and Maul, but Zoo does, and all of a sudden, Zoo starts spamming the chat like, "Hey, go on Twitter. Go on Twitter. Do we have a Twitter? This, that, and the third." So I finally catch up with the messages, and Rory and Maul are doing a show in Chicago, and they wanted a podcast to open. So we don't have a podcast page on Twitter, at least. So we just start adding ourselves, basically like, hey, follow mine. Luckily, we all got the link in our bios. So we just like, yeah, follow. We don't know what we was gonna do. We was gonna make it work though. I tell you that. We
was definitely gonna go up there. I was gonna Maul. You ain't nothing but the fall guy.
Hey, we was gonna make it work. I don't know what we were gonna do, but we was gonna make that whole rock. I'll tell you that much. I got confidence in ourselves for that. We was gonna make it happen, Captain. I promise you.
And even if we got booed off stage, we was gonna make it look sexy.
Oh so, God, I'm gonna make a failure look good. We're gonna go
kind of
viral for that. They're gonna follow.
I'm kind of upset at Saba for not pulling those strings for us.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Dude out here got the quadruple platinum record. Not even, you know what I'm saying? Stopping by the pod, say what's up.
Oh,
give us free merch or something. Give us a hat.
One day, man. One day we will get that to where we don't need to open for nobody. We will be the ones looking for the openers. But until then, we think
Saba and be like, yeah, I don't know we want you to open for us now. You ain't never give me my hat.
I need my hat.
Because I was legitimately thinking like, yo, because I saw a decent amount of people were tagging us, like our friends and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, if they do choose us, I was thinking of what to do. Like one of my things was we could just bring on the third or some of Rico's recording studio.
Yeah, one of the rapper buddies.
Absolutely. Yeah, we was gonna figure it out. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, we could have, because I'm assuming, the show's on Sunday, so maybe they'll release something, maybe what happened. But I'm assuming opening up is maybe 40 minutes max.
Maybe.
Because maybe 30, because if rappers open up with 20-minute sets, I'm assuming we would probably got 30. So we could have probably done something like the biggest topic for 15, brought out an artist to interview real quick for 10, and then maybe have the artist perform at the end for a song.
Do a song. Do your biggest joint.
Maybe. Yeah, so we could have definitely done something.
Maybe
cool. 30 minutes.
We'll brainstorm.
We'll brainstorm because hopefully.
We had one more thing before we close. It was football season. Bears on the path to 17-0. In the rain and the terrible. So I did not know Soldier Field was this bad until this year. Between the concerts and the McCaskey's houses wanting to leave and all of that type of stuff, I didn't realize how much Soldier Field was just bro.
It looked like Cicero.
Don't come here at all. They ain't got
Cicero,
no proper plumbing. It's just water on grass. That field
was a swamp.
They was playing in monsoons, bro.
Yeah.
What in the world? But we got the dub. So what's going on with the Packers, my boy? Hopefully we beat them. But what's going on
week one?
What?
Just week one.
No. What is going on? Because we got A-Rod. He's calling them out. And I don't know if he's ever done that. I don't really follow him like news wise, but he calling them out in the locker room. Like, yeah, we got these young guys can't catch and they're not blocking and all this stuff. Almost died back there. Like, what's going on?
He went on the Pat McAfee show on Tuesday. You know, he does that on Tuesdays during the season.
Regardless,
and he basically, he goes even if he loses. And basically what he was saying is, you know, like obviously there's a learning curve. None of the starters played in the preseason and whatnot. And like that big play that the dude dropped, a rookie, Watson. He's the one I was trying to think of. Remember last time we potted, I was trying to think of his name. Now we know his name. He did a great route. First play of the game, he dropped it. Unfortunately, probably nerves got the best of him. But I mean, I'm confident. You know, last year we lost like 30-something to 3 to the Saints in week 1. And you know, we're coming to get back against the Bears in Lambeau.
30 to 3 against the Bears. We finna bust their ass real quick.
So I'm confident. We just got to get a dub under us.
Not
maybe
week.
try to get
y'all can go 14-3.
Y'all losing both of them.
You know, try to get our rookies some catches. You know, try to get them into the system integrated. But Rodgers did have to say that, you know, like y'all can't be just dropping passes willy nilly. You know, rumors started surfacing that you know Odell doesn't have a team because he's hurt, so no one wanted to sign him and injured because they don't know if he'll be back by the season. But like rumors were trying to surface like might just sign Odell like for later in the season, like if he does come back.
Yeah.
So it was one of those. But no, I'm confident in our team. I'm not too scared because you know we had that big drop, then we got stopped at the 1 yard line. So that would have been 14. The TD we scored 21, so we would have still lost like 21-27, but it wouldn't have been
bad.
Yeah, it wouldn't have
Bears
looked
gonna
as
put
bad.
up 48 easy. Probably second quarter.
No, Justin Jefferson was running amok on us.
Jetters.
Our defense.
He was taking off.
That's my thing, because you know I had told you guys like our defense was supposed to be supposedly top 5 according to everybody and their mom.
You did indeed say that.
And that's the one thing, because our defense was there, and it's like I don't know what our defensive coach does, because since last year, Jair Alexander is like a top 5 cornerback in the league. Like I think he's either the most paid cornerback in the league or top 2, but they don't have him. The way they play him in zone. They never have him do man to man. So whenever we play like a Justin Jefferson, the offense just is like, all right, well, Jair Alexander's on this side of the field. We'll just put Justin Jefferson on the other side of the field, so they don't cover each other.
Right.
And for whatever reason, the Packers since last year, our defensive coach refuses to let Jair Alexander play man to man against people.
He's trying to make sure you stay paid. You could,
Even though after today's game, well, not today. Last week's game, Jair Alexander, when they interviewed him after the game, he's like, I want to play these dudes man on man. I don't know why they don't. Like, he called out the coach. He's like, I don't know why he doesn't let me play man to man. He's like, I'm getting paid number 1 and number 2 cornerback in the league money. Like, let me prove it.
Yeah.
Right.
But we shall see this Sunday.
Oh, not this week. Following Sunday.
Y'all can have it.
Have do what y'all want on week 3.
Leave us alone. Let us have it.
Let us have this one.
we thank y'all for tuning in to yet another exhilarating installment of the Friendly Fire podcast. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, make sure you DM us at friendly_fire on IG and Friendly Fire on TikTok. Once again, friendly_fire on IG and Friendly Fire on TikTok. If you have any music or artwork, you can email it to us at friendlyfire2021@gmail.com. Once again, friendlyfire FIYA 2021@gmail.com. If it's music and we like it, it goes on at the end of our podcast. If it's an artwork and we like it, we'll buy it and put it on the big blue wall that's usually behind G Baby.
Oh,
all right?
My piano. Stevie Wonder is right.
We thank y'all. We thank y'all on behalf of my boys. I am Rico, G Baby, Zoo, Friendly Fire. Be blessed.
Yeah.
All right, good episode, fellas.
Yes, damn good.